What's going on, beautiful people? Thank you for tuning in once again. One family, one love, one heart. That's the message. You guys already know that. But I'm going to keep saying it till the day I die. I'm you, you're me, we're all one. We're all together in this thing, in this journey, this temporary journey through Earth, and everything's going to be alright at the end of the day. Okay, in this video, I'm gonna talk about depression, but I'm not gonna give treatment, cure, stuff like that. I will make a separate detailed video of the things you should do because I think most of the depression out there, 95 to 99% of it, can be cured naturally, just through natural means. And what I want to talk about is the cause of depression. I think some individuals are more prone to depression. It runs in the family. There's just the genetics, the DNA, the lineage. Maybe your grandparents and your parents and the ones before have like negative thinking patterns. That will definitely be written in your DNA, and you will definitely be more prone to these patterns. You all, in likelihood, would have been raised in a relatively negative, self-defeating environment. If your parents are negative people and your extended family is negative people, but also it's in the DNA. It's coded, it's been written, right? So, I definitely think some people are more prone to depression than others, right? However, the beautiful thing about the human brain, the neuroplasticity, and about us as humans is that we can change ourselves. And we can all, I've been through depression before, and I think in my family, definitely we're prone. My brother knows it, my sister knows it. We're definitely prone to depression, right? We're definitely prone to depression. So I've been through depression. I know how it is. But I believe all of us can cure and treat depression by natural means through living according to the laws and the ways of Mother Nature. And this is really what I want to focus on. The reason why we're depressed, especially here in the West, let's call it first world countries. Let's put the label on, right? Advanced, developed countries. Okay? And the thing is, the countries that are developing more are gonna follow our path of depression, right? But depression is a modern phenomenon, and it's quite prevalent in Western countries and developed countries, quote unquote, right? This is because we're living completely against the laws of nature. As a society, as a humanity, as a modern society, we're living completely against the laws of nature. As simple as we have lights everywhere at night when we should go to bed. That fucks up with your melatonin, serotonin production, right? And therefore affects your overall well-being and mood. The food we eat, the amount of toxins in the food we eat, a lot of it is been documented and known to cause or contribute to depression. The comfort zone behavior that we're in, we try to be as comfortable as possible. We no longer go out and try to push ourselves, our bodies, our minds, right? We're so comfortable now, and if it gets a little cold, you just turn on the heat. If it gets a little hot, you turn on the air conditioner. But we stopped getting out of our comfort zone. We stopped subjecting our bodies to these mechanisms, these reward mechanisms inside of it that is innate, that every human body needs to feel good and happy, right? Because for most of our history, we evolved out of the wilderness and we were used to running and hunting and moving. All of a sudden, we're living this sedentary lifestyles where we're just sitting down in front of a computer, most of us. Of course we're gonna get depressed. Of course we're gonna feel low on energy, right? The momentum. If you're always sitting down, you're always gonna be sitting down because it's momentum. It becomes your body will start getting tired when you get up and move. All right, so we're living as a society against the laws of nature. The very ways we're living right now is destructive to the human psyche, to the human body, and by extension to the human soul. You know, if you're not treating this right, you know, we're bombarded by negative thoughts and negative thinking patterns from all over, from the media. You go on your Instagram, and we're programmed and raised to compare ourselves with others, to try and get ahead. And doesn't matter even if you hurt people along the way. Just get ahead. As long as you get ahead, you have more money, more status, more social status, right? We're bombarded by negative messages, subliminal and conscious and otherwise, negative music, you know. So just as a society, the mass consciousness, the mass media is very negative by default. You know, women are projected as this thing, they look like a certain way, so we have all these girls trying to look good based on what the media tells them, and they feel so insecure about themselves, right? We have all these guys running around. They think that the only way to attract girls or, you know, gain love in the universe is by having a better social status, and by being the man, you know, and like by, you know, being like sucking it up, right? And repressing your emotions. Of course, a lot of anxiety and depression is caused by repressed emotions. You know, so it goes on and on. It's the society at its root base is fucked up. And then we consider depression to be just a mental illness. We label it as a mental illness because the minute you label it as a mental illness as something, hey, we can sell you pills. That's what we want. We're going to sell you pills. So by labeling depression as a mental illness, it just happens. People just get depressed. There's no real reason for it. Just, yeah, some people, they just get depressed. And I agree, certain people are more prone to depression than others. Okay? It's like saying you're more prone to cancer if you smoke than not. Some people can smoke and never get cancer, but some people, if they smoke, they'll get cancer. But if they don't smoke, they won't get cancer. You see? So if you're prone to getting cancer from smoking, but you don't smoke, most likely you're not going to get lung cancer. Most likely, because you haven't smoked. Same thing with depression. Yeah, you might be likely to get depressed. However, if you're raised under the laws of nature and you go out and you get some sunlight and you move, and there's lack of love in modern society too, right? Oh man, like people, there's a lot of loneliness and there's a lack of love. Everybody just going after their own interests and nobody's paying attention to others anymore, right? So of course, yeah, okay, certain people are more prone to depression, and yes, they will get depressed if they're put in the wrong environment. And I think modern society as a whole is fucked up, and it is the perfect environment for depression. So then you have people getting depressed, and then we label them, they're mentally ill, you know. Here's a Prozac. Here comes the Prozac. Take your Prozac, right? And you're good to go. Except for you're going to be numb, a zombie walking around. No longer feeling, you know, your humanity is taken out of you. So, to me, the root cause of fixing depression is fixing society as a whole. Our values as a society. Right now, we value money as the number one thing. Money is a part of a good equation, but it's not the God. It's not the number one thing. It's not evil and it's not good. It's a tool we should use as humanity, but our priority should be loving one another, taking care of one another, raising each other up, helping one another in everything that we can possibly do, in whichever way we can. Our priority as a society should be love, not money. You know, and the way the education system is, which I'll make a separate video for, it's preparing employees. That's all it is. So if you're depressed, listen, man, or girl, if you're watching this, it's totally normal. But you're not mentally ill. Don't label yourself as mentally ill, because you might be more prone. I'm certainly more prone to depression. I know that. It's in the family, right? It's been passed down in generations. And I was depressed for quite some time, because I'm in a perfect society, in a perfect environment that takes someone who's prone to depression and becomes depressed. But you don't have to be depressed, and you don't call yourself mentally ill, because you're not. No, none of us is. 95 to 99% of people who are depressed can totally be depressed-free, happy, joyful, full of love, full of passion, full of compassion, full of self-love and love for everything. If we as a society start to once again go back to Mother Nature and live according to the laws of nature and change our priorities. change our priorities and the way we live and the way we think and our mass media and the people that we listen to in music and in celebrities, etc. But I'm optimistic, and I think we're changing, and I think we are increasing the mass consciousness of the planet as a whole. It's already happening. So I'm optimistic. After all this rant, I'm very, very optimistic. I think a lot of people are finding cures to depression and anxiety now without Prozac and other pills. So let's keep on the good fight. All of us, one family, one love, one heart. Check out my book, my free book. It's totally free. 5 Powerful Habits to Dominate Life in All Areas of Life. But did I say that right? 5 Powerful Habits to Dominate in All Areas of Life. There you go. I'll leave links for it in the description, in the comment. So check it out. It'll definitely help you if you're feeling anxious, depressed, whatever. It'll help you in all areas of life. 5 principles. So check it out. Link in the description, in the comment. I love you guys, every single one of you. One love, one family, one heart. But don't forget to subscribe. Or you're gonna sleep with the fishes. And that's pretty depressing. Don't want to sleep with the fishes.